Hello and welcome to this edition of Tuscaloosa is Talking with Philip Coleman, which finds us today cruising the streets of Tuscaloosa, but we're doing a lot more than just sightseeing. You could say we're seeing into the future, looking ahead down the road when electric vehicles could become more prominent. My guest today is Mr. Steven Fikes of the AllState Insurance Agency offices here in Tuscaloosa, and he is with us because he's allowing us to experience driving around Tuscaloosa in his recently purchased all-electric vehicle, the Tesla Y. And Mr. Fikes, thank you for taking time from your very busy schedule to give us this ride around Tuscaloosa in your Tesla Y.
Absolutely, it's a pleasure to get out on the town today. I mean, it's not cool. It is a little warm, but
yes,
you know, it's a lot easier when in a vehicle like this to just get out and ride around, I should say, because I'm not even driving. Is either one of us really driving?
No, we're not. No, we're not. The car is in control. This is the so-called autonomous driving system in which, as you just stated, the car literally drives itself. We're also experiencing that as well,
Yep.
Along with being in an all-electric powered vehicle. Now, along with that, of course, dramatic, noticeable difference, the vehicle is driving itself. Tell our viewers, what is it like to make the transition from having driven a gasoline-powered vehicle all your life, and now at this point in your life, you are making the transition or have made the transition to driving an all-electric vehicle, aside from it being an autonomous driving vehicle that drives itself. In addition to that, what else makes it different to be driving an all-electric vehicle compared with a gasoline-powered vehicle, or are there any noticeable differences?
The basics are still the basics. I mean, I've still got a gas pedal, I've still got a brake, steering wheel, blinker thing, you cut windshield wipers on. All of that is still kind of basically the same. The biggest difference I notice, other than I'm not going to the gas station, I'm just charging at home or going by a charging station, is how quick the vehicle responds. You know, with electric, the motor's a lot different. You know, in our typical gas burners or diesel powered vehicles, when you mash the accelerator, it takes a minute for that chemical reaction, I guess you'd say, to happen, or the gas or diesel fuel to meet the motor and respond. But with this, it's just like being in the kitchen and you cut the blender on, or you cut the mixer on, or you cut the radio on, hit the button and just turn the knob up. It's more instant. The motor just immediately responds, so it can be fun to drive. A lot.
So.
You don't coast neither. When you let your foot off the accelerator, when I am driving, you know, they don't coast like our typical gas burners or diesel powered vehicles. The motor will actually be charging, but you're kind of putting the motor in reverse when you take it off, because it kind of slows down on its own. You don't have to use your brake as much. When I let my foot off the accelerator, it's automatically slowing down.
I see. That's very interesting. And what I would like for you to elaborate more on is that instant response to acceleration. You say that in our traditional gasoline-powered vehicles, which all of us grew up driving and have been driving through most of our adult lives, in that traditional gasoline-powered vehicle, there's that sort of a slight delay when you first push down the gas pedal, but you're saying it's more of a instant response, like turning on a light switch when you walk into a room. That might be something that some people would have to sort of adjust to, having that instant response time you touch the power pedal.
Yes, these vehicles is not for the 16-year-old boy that's got the need for speed. It's a good thing they didn't have them around when we was young, I can tell you that, because they, like this vehicle, I think it's just a Y. It's supposed to be more of a sedan for a family style vehicle. It's not a sports edition or anything like that. but it'll go 0 to 60 in I think like 4 seconds, 4.5. So I mean, it's very quick. I mean, anything you do when you mash that accelerator is just, if you put it all the way to the floor, it takes off really quick. It's just a matter then, I guess, of gravity and physics, because that motor's turning wide open, it just takes off. Now they do have the traction control or something in that, because I know it doesn't spin tires or anything. And these vehicles, one thing I didn't mention earlier, they are heavier. You know, yes, electric vehicle, the actual motor and all of that is a lot heavier than a standard, you know, Toyota or Honda or any of these other vehicles we're driving by.
I would think that would make the vehicle safer being heavier, because there's less likely an occurrence of flipping over, turning over with the electric vehicle being heavier than a gasoline powered vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, I felt very safe in it. And this one, like you said, it's a Tesla Y. It is very quiet. You know, it doesn't make a lot of noise. Even when you're on the interstate, the road noise, you know, I have bad hearing. I don't hear well, so it stands out a lot to me. You know, I didn't always like cars because of the road noise, and when I was having a conversation with somebody in the vehicle, it was hard for me to hear. But with this, and that was the one drawback I had, and then I test drove one, and I was like, really, that quiet? And next thing I knew, I was sitting on the couch ordering one.
Wow. And let's talk about saying goodbye to the gasoline stations, though most everybody has said goodbye to the gasoline station, because most of us buy our gas at a convenience store that has gasoline pumps on the property of the convenience store. But what is that like, not having to go to a gasoline station and then instead charging your vehicle either at home or at one of the charging stations located around town? Explain to our viewers, please, what is it like no longer having to pump gas, but instead charge the vehicle overnight, or whatever the amount of time it is to sufficiently charge the vehicle?
Yes, it's a lot cleaner. You're not getting that messy gas or diesel fuel smell on you. But they have, the thing a lot of people don't understand is what you're talking about is the charging. And people ask me all the time, well, how long does it take to charge it? Well, it depends. You got a level 1 charger. My vehicle came with a level 1 charger free. They call it a remote charger. And essentially all it is it plugs into your wall, standard 110, 120 volt plug, and then plugs right into your car. That does not charge your vehicle fast at all. If I charge mine overnight, it may put about 20% on it. A level 2 charger is running on your little bit higher voltage that we all have at our house. It's 220 to 240 volts, you know. But it's running off a higher amp breaker. It's what Tesla refers to as a wall mount charger. You've got to have an electrician install it.
I understand.
They're not that expensive. The wall chargers themselves are generally less than $500. Where you want to put it is where your cost may come in. The further you are from your outdoor service at your home, the more costly it can be to install it. Now that charger like that, I've got one at my office I use a lot. It can charge your vehicle, even if I have mine at 0%, which I'm never going to run it out, hopefully. It'd charge it all the way up to 100 in 6 to 8 hours.
I see.
And then you have the superchargers, which are the level 3. And those, nobody has one of those at home. That's what you use when you're on the road traveling. And they are very fast, and they're really relatively inexpensive. I can put like 70% charge into my vehicle, and it's going to cost me, depending on where I'm at, $15 to $20 at the most, just depending on the location. And that takes you a long ways. In this vehicle, the range on it's about 300 miles.
Really? On a charge?
Yes, on a charge. And if you go to zero, you know, most of the time, like with the Tesla technology, if I put in a trip and say I'm going to Huntsville from here, and right now my battery's at 50%, that's not going to get me all the way to Huntsville probably.
Right.
It will come up and it tells me, hey, this charger's along the way. It's recommended you stop here to charge.
I see.
And they don't take long. Does it take longer to charge than put some gas in your car? Yeah, probably, but it's not that much difference. And it's a lot cheaper.
Oh, yeah, a whole lot cheaper. And that really counts, especially with the volatile situation going on with gasoline prices right now. And that sure is a big plus, because you never know what direction gasoline prices are going to go to, especially with the geopolitical situation we're now in, the Strait of Hormuz and that entire situation, sending gasoline prices fluctuating up and down, mostly up. So that certainly makes going electric advantageous. On the subject of cost, Mr. Fikes, you and I know each other through our relationship through AllState. AllState handles all of my insurance, my automobile insurance, and my homeowner's insurance as well. That's how we know each other, and I feel like I'm in good hands today with you being behind the wheel. And what I would like to ask is there a difference in having a electric vehicle insured? Is there a difference in cost having, as opposed to having a gasoline vehicle insured, compared with having an EV, electrical vehicle insured?
If you take, like, this is a Tesla Model Y, they range from 40 to 50,000 in cost. And I would say a comparable is going to be like a Toyota Camry or something. That's going to be about 40,000 to 50,000 in cost too. It is going to be a little bit more expensive right now on insurance. The biggest reason that I can tell is some of the parts are more expensive. The availability of parts isn't the same as like a Toyota Camry is. So from that stance, right now they can be a little bit more expensive, but not enough that's noteworthy. You know, if I've got a great insurance rate, I'm probably paying more or paying less to insure my Tesla than somebody that doesn't have a good driving record or a good insurance rate and they've got a Camry. You know, they could be paying a lot more than me. But it's not like on my policy, I have a Cadillac crossover and I have this Tesla. The crossover and the Cadillac crossover and Tesla both cost almost the exact same.
Really?
Yep, but the Tesla is just a little bit more. And I think some of that has to do too with the technology. You know, we got all these cameras and sensors on the front of this vehicle. And if something happens to them, you know, it's a lot easier for them to have to be replaced, you know.
Well, I hope that some of our more observant viewers of our video that we're doing today are noticing that your hands are literally in your lap.
Yep.
And once again, as we mentioned from the onset of this interview, that this is a autonomous driving vehicle, which means the vehicle basically drives itself. How do you feel about that? Are you really comfortable and confident with the vehicle basically driving itself?
Yes. At first, I mean, I know everybody's a little skeptical and you're not sure, but after you get used to it, after you sit here and watch the vehicle, how it works, I'm 100% confident. The main thing I've had to do to it is there's times when it sees something and it starts slowing down, and I recognize as a human, okay, that's not a danger, or that, you know, what it is better than it's recognizing, but I'm not worried about it running into anything or anything like that, because it responds quick, it sees stuff quicker than we do. Sitting here watching it too, when I've been in traffic around vehicles for a little while, I think it starts certain vehicles, I guess the AI in it is picking up that they may be a potential danger. Maybe it gives them a little bit more space, you know, or it reacts quicker. It's noticing behaviors. That's what word I was looking for. It kind of notices behaviors and what people are doing or how they're doing stuff, and may give you some more distance from them.
So you are comfortable with the safety aspect of it, with the autonomous element of it?
100%. Yep. And I think I saw a video online a couple weeks ago. Tesla had the first 100% autonomous delivery. There was a video, and they had the camera in the car, and the car left the factory and drove all the way to its owner's house. The person
that's amazing.
Bought it. Yep. So it's coming, I think, in the next year or so. Depending on states, I don't know how quick Alabama will be to allow it and whatnot, but you may have fully autonomous vehicles here that you don't have to supervise. Because from my standpoint, on this one right here, it's still considered supervised. There's a camera up here, yes, and that camera is watching me to make sure my head's up, my eyes are up, and everything else. But yeah, I love it from the aspect of hitting the button and just telling it where to go and start it back.
That seems extremely convenient. And personally, I'm into environmental issues, or that is protecting the environment and maintaining the environment. And I see electrical vehicles, and this is a personal belief or a personal stance of my own, that electrical vehicles are a way to help protect the environment, to help hopefully slow down the process of climate change as we transition from the use of fossil fuels, gasoline, and switch to a cleaner burning form of energy, or a cleaner source of energy, I should say, such as electricity. So I really like that aspect of it too, that I feel you're doing something beneficial for the environment when you make the transition to an electrical vehicle and put the fossil fuel burning aspect behind. Do you see that element being a positive aspect of the electrical vehicle experience as well?
Oh yes, it's a lot cleaner. It didn't putting out the exhaust and all of that. Doesn't stink. Heck, with my hearing being bad, it's funny because I'm a big noise guy too. They're a lot quieter. You know, you don't have all the noise going on with them that you get with a lot of other vehicles. And I like, you know, keeping the whole system honest. You know, keep the power companies in check, and at the same time keep the oil companies in check. You know, if we can break it up a lot where both industries are surviving and I guess thriving, but competitive.
And one final question about cost. For example, if I were to go the electrical vehicle route, and I have to admit I'm really leaning in that direction, if we were to go the electrical vehicle route, my wife and I would probably charge overnight. You know, don't do a lot of driving at night, especially overnight. Does that have you noticed that having any type of impact on your electric bill, your power bill, charging the vehicle at home?
Very little. And I guess it just depends on how much you drive. And I mean, we're driving daily and I'm charging, you know, pretty routinely, but I didn't notice it. Another thing you can do with Alabama Power, you have to contact them, but tell them you've got an electric vehicle and you've installed a wall charger at your home, and they give you a discounted rate from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. because they say off-peak rate, you know, and ask that you charge it during that time. And with the technology on these things, I mean, you don't have to go plug it in at 9 p.m. You can plug it in right when you get home, but just you schedule it to start charging at 9 p.m.
I see.
And it cuts on from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. and charges you up.
All right, well, as we sort of wrap things up here, anything else in particular about your EV, electrical vehicle experience, that in particular you'd like to share with our viewers?
I wish I'd have done it a lot sooner. A lot of people, you know, you always hear about the negatives. There's not enough people talking about the positives of it. I love it so much. I mean, I'll go ahead and reveal that I also have a truck for pulling a boat for fishing and everything. I like to do that a good bit, but after driving this for a little while and then get back in my truck and driving it, I was just so disappointed in it that I went ahead and I ordered a Tesla Cyber truck.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully it'll be here in the next month and a half, you know, and you'll have to come back and take a ride in it too. We got a little bit more space in it, which this is very spacious and comfortable. So, but no, I encourage people, don't knock it till you tried it.
That's always the best advice. Don't put anything down until you've actually gone through with it and experienced it. Well, we appreciate you allowing us to experience your all-electric Tesla Y. This has been truly an enjoyable experience. I have learned a lot. Like I said, I'm leaning toward this whole electric transition myself, especially the autonomous aspect of it. Just doing basic driving around town and letting the vehicle do the driving for me, that could be extremely beneficial for me on a personal level. So I appreciate you allowing us to experience this in your EV today, and once again taking time from your busy day at the AllState office here in Tuscaloosa. And we want to thank you as well, our viewers, for coming along on this ride with us. And as always, we ask that you like, share, and subscribe. By all means, subscribe. As we always explain, but we can't emphasize this enough, when you do subscribe to the channel, it really helps the program a lot. Subscribing doesn't cost you a thing. We wouldn't do anything that would involve you having to spend any money. When you subscribe, it just simply means that you'll receive a brief notification that we have done a new video that you can now see. That's all subscribing means, but it really helps us the more subscribers that we have. So again, thank you for joining us for this particular program. Join us again next time, and you have a great rest of your day.
You got it, or you want me to get it? I think it's fixing the bump again.